So the other day I posted a video recreating Barbie in The Sims 4. The original Barbie I created was 8 years old. I cannot believe that was 8 years ago, you guys. We were creating Barbie and playing Barbie in The Sims 4. So we desperately needed to create a more current version of Barbie. And there's actually 2 Barbies now that are featured in the new Barbie Netflix show, It Takes Two. So I created both of them. I got really positive feedback. A lot of you guys really enjoyed that. So I thought, why don't we also build a more current Barbie dream house? I've actually been wanting to do this for a while, and I take my Barbie builds really seriously. Like, so seriously, this took me 2 days. And I've actually put it into a speed build because I was so focused on the build, I couldn't commentate while I was doing it. Sometimes when I'm building and commentating at the same time, I can find it a little bit more difficult to be fully engrossed in the build and focus on it. So that's why occasionally I'll do speed builds, but Barbie dream house builds, I need that focus. So I hope you guys don't mind that it is a speed build today. But I can't wait to show you guys, I worked really hard on this, and it is inspired by one of the latest Barbie dream houses. I think like from the Barbie dream house show, there was more of a mid-century modern looking house. It reminded me a little bit of Pixar films, actually. I took the exterior, was inspired by that, and then the interior, we've kind of just done whatever works for The Sims. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're building in Willow Creek. I looked at a few other worlds, like I looked at the beach world, but that didn't really look suburban enough for the Barbie dream house for like a mid-century vibe. And then I also looked at Del Sol Valley, which is the Get Famous world, and the Get Famous world just looked, I don't know, either way too fancy or a little bit more like downtown LA, lots of traffic, which didn't look as green and suburban as I kind of recognize Barbie's house being. So I thought, you know what, let's just go back to Willow Creek. You can't really go wrong. And I decided to create the illusion of the curved driveway that is in the original house exterior. The only thing is, obviously, we don't have cars in The Sims 4, so it doesn't fully make sense to have a driveway. And the other thing is, there is a garage featured on the house, which again, we don't really have garages in The Sims 4. I mean, I know a lot of people will still build the garages just for the purpose of building the same house, but I felt like we should just utilize that space for another room instead. So we won't be featuring the garage simply because we don't have cars in The Sims 4. I would love to have cars eventually. I'm not sure if we'll ever get them though, unfortunately. Maybe, fingers crossed, in The Sims 5 Renesmee. But yeah, I thought, you know what, still the curved driveway can double as a path and it just makes the house look a lot more realistic and pretty. And I love how it curves around and you have all the pink flowers along it and ferns. So I kept that. But we've also just got the steps leading up to the front door as well. So that's more of a decorative feature, but not a working driveway. And then as far as the exterior of the house goes, it's pretty similar. It's not quite as tall because we don't have the ability to have the angled windows that we see in the original image. I've noticed a few other people have tried to build this house in The Sims 4 and they really have pretty much mirrored it exactly. So if you guys are looking for a house that is a complete double of the one you see in the TV show, you can definitely search online. Definitely been done before, but I thought for our version, we would make it very Sims livable, not literally the same house as in the show. Heavily inspired by it, as you can see from the exterior. And we're taking some of the textures you see on the house in the show, like the stonework, like the red, orangey, mid-century timber exterior with the cream, and I'm just putting it on different portions of the house, so it's still inspired by it, it's just not literally the same. And then of course the garage, which I mentioned before, will not be in this house. I'm instead utilizing that as a recording studio because I was watching the new Barbie show, It Takes Two, and I even watched the movie that came out before It Takes Two because that's when, I think that was the first time they introduced the new Barbie or the two Barbies. To explain that, there is now Malibu Barbie, which is kind of the blonde Barbie. And then there's also Brooklyn Barbie, which is a brunette Barbie. It's really nice to see some more Barbie diversity. So the idea is these two Barbies meet at an art school they get into, and they're both like, my name's Barbie Roberts, but my name is Barbie Roberts. And then they decide to call each other a nickname, Malibu and Brooklyn, because that's where they are from. And yeah, they become best friends. Now the art school is focusing mostly on like ballet classes, singing, dancing, music, a bit of acting. And they're actually teenagers that live in New York City. So I also am thinking maybe building the dorm room that they share. That would be pretty cute. I think they share the dorm room. And yeah, it's like a story about that. And then of course the TV show came out, It Takes Two, which I've watched maybe 6 episodes of. To be honest, I struggled to watch it for too long because I watched the movie while building, and then directly after the movie I watched 6 episodes. So I had a lot of Barbie at once, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, I can't watch anymore. But I have to say, I do enjoy a little bit of it. It's really fun to watch, and I really enjoy seeing like where the Barbie story, the Barbie character, where it's being taken. Yeah, so basically this house, I also thought, seeming as though we've made both Barbie Malibu and Brooklyn Barbie, we should make bedrooms for both of them in this house in case you do want to play with both of the Barbies. So there will be 2 bedrooms in this house. There will be a recording studio with musical instruments, the Get Famous electronic station. There is no custom content. For those of you guys who are on console or who don't want to use custom content, you'll be able to download this just with Max's packs. And I didn't restrict myself with any of the packs, so it uses a ton of Max's packs. I think my camera was blurry then, so this is all Max's. I think it turned out pretty good. And the interesting thing with this TV show and the interior of the house is they've definitely toned down the amount of bright colors and pink compared to like the 90s when when I was a kid and I played with Barbie, like everything was pink, everything was quote unquote really girly, and it was just like super tacky, super tacky. And now it's kind of like, you know, they have a lot of neutral colors inside. They don't just have pink, they have like yellow and aqua and purple. And this house, I tried to make sure that we had a lot of neutrals, and they even use a few dark colors as well. So I did put a little bit of black and dark colors into the recording studio. And I mean, I personally much prefer this aesthetic. I think it looks really nice. And again, it just reminds me so much of like Pixar films, the mid-century modern houses they always do, like in The Incredibles. And yeah, I really loved it. So I love seeing the interior of the dream house. And there's even a tour on YouTube where Barbie shows the dream house. So I did watch that and take a little bit of inspo from it. But the actual rooms are not exactly the same as the house. In fact, they're not at all like it. It's just inspired with the color and aesthetic, and the floor plan's completely my own. So yeah, I know some people think it's a dream house, it's gonna be exactly the same. It's not. And also in The Sims, if the interior was exactly the same as the show, the house would be so big on the outside, it wouldn't look like the outside of the house in the show. It's kind of like a Mary Poppins bag, you know, like the inside of the bag goes on forever, but the outside is the same size, or like in Harry Potter. Yeah, so in here you can see we've got a little bit of a sunken split level lounge. I thought that was nice to just make the house a little bit more interesting with the half walls. And of course, that's a very common part of mid-century homes, shallow split leveling, sunken lounges, and those half-wall details are also really common in mid-century homes, as well as the stonework we can see on the back wall there near the TV. And of course, we've still got plenty of Barbie pink, because Barbie does use a lot of pink, but we've also got the aquas, the purples. I think this, like, I love our original Barbie dream house that we built, but this is definitely a little more with the times, you know, it's more contemporary. And neutrals are just massive in recent years. Like, you know, browns and creams and color matching is such a trend, and I feel like it's trending across fashion, across interiors, across everything. So it makes sense to kind of go back to those mid-century roots a little bit. And we have, okay, the best thing about this build is that we have so many more items than what we had when we previously did Barbie builds. Like, I think the Barbie penthouse, was that my last build I did? Which was one of my favorite builds of all time. But yeah, we have so many more items now. And I have to say, I used a lot of items from kits. I do really like kids. I know and I respect, of course, that a lot of people find, my camera keeps blurring out. I know people find them too expensive, which I totally understand. And I'm in a lucky position that they're given to me to review, so I do not have to pay for them. So price aside, I really do love the items that come in the kits, and I do find I do use them a lot. I think if there's a kit you particularly like in The Sims 3, I wasn't able to afford all the packs. It was before I was given packs to review, so I would have to pick and choose what I would spend my money on. And there was also a thing called the Sims 3 store, where they had so many things you could buy, and I would like save up and pick a world to buy, or like a few different hairstyles, and I'd have to be really selective because simply you can't buy everything. So if you have a kit that you think, I really like it and I'm gonna use the items a lot, the items are good. We also have pools. Remember when The Sims 4 did not have pools? That felt like a crazy time. So this does come with a pool, very exciting. I actually was thinking I should have done like a curved pool with lots of rocks and I don't know, made it look a little bit more natural, I guess, instead of just a rectangular pool. But then at the same time, I was feeling like this is a mid-century home. The square edges kind of make more sense. But then again, now I think about it, mid-century homes were complemented by curved pools, weren't they? I should have done a curved pool. Oh well, regrets. This is what happens when I watch back my videos. I'm like, I should have done this. I should have done that. So that's probably the only thing I would change. Yeah, this bathroom right now is very vibrant. I would say this is kind of like the old color scheme I would have gone for several years back when we were doing the dream house. And I do change it to become what I think is more contemporary and more modern and more with the times. So we will be changing this up a bit because I definitely feel like that is way more bright and saturated than the rest of the house, which is a little softer. So I think for the bathrooms, I may end up going for a blue color scheme from memory. I think the blue kind of suits the idea of water and bathrooms. Personally, bathrooms for me, like you guys know, I'm a huge fan of white walls and curtains and airy, fairy, beachy looking houses. And one place where I like dark colors is in the bathroom. I love dark tiles. I like it to be damp and dark, relaxing zen space. So that's kind of interesting. For a bathroom, I would probably go deep grays for myself, or deep stonework for myself. But then the thing that's annoying with the dark stuff in a bathroom is that dust shows up on it, especially if you have like black taps. So you see all the dust on there. But then again, if you have a white bathroom, you see all the grime. So, you know, there's pros and cons, isn't there? I don't know. Now I'm thinking maybe I would go for like a more creamy, sandy looking bathroom. I don't know. Anyway, for the bathrooms in here, we go blue. And this feature wall I was kind of struggling with. I was like, do I want to go purple or pink or yellow? I think the main colors we focused on were pinks, turquoise, purple, and a hint of yellow and mint green. So a lot of pastels in here. I feel like I probably could have done a little bit more brown to suit what's in the show. Like it's still a little bit more pastel than the TV show, I guess. So maybe I've kind of gone midway between both dream houses and meeting in the middle. And I love that coffee table that's yellow. I really hope I leave the yellow coffee table, and I have this feeling I go back and change it. So we will have to see at the end. Deli, don't change it. I also had fun with some of these mid-century lights. That one is from the Maximalist kit. And I'm just trying to remember, is that plant lamp in the corner? Is that from the plant kit? I'm not sure. And then I also put these lights across the top of the bench as well. Now, if you guys are wondering, like, why did she pick those lights? They don't look very pink or Barbie, as well as the doors. That is because they're mid-century, so they tie into that mid-century theme of the exterior of the house. And that's the same with the stonework as well. The kitchen, part of me really wanted to go a bright color in the kitchen, like a yellow, but then I had this idea I really wanted to use a mint green. Green is just the color right now. I mean, not necessarily mint green, but like rich greens, vibrant greens are really trending right now. And I don't know, I feel like it's put my focus on green a lot, and for some reason I was like, we have to use mint green. And then I saw that the kitchen appliances could come in mint green as well from Dream Home Decorator. So I was like, okay, we have to go with mint green. So we did stick with that, which meant the cupboards remain like a wood tone. So, you know, we could have gone a yellow kitchen, I feel, but I went with the mint. I don't know what you guys will think. And right now I'm just trying different splashback colors. In the end, I'm pretty sure we just go back to the stone because I felt like I was pushing the pastel look too hard. The Parenthood tiles could have looked cute. And then I was even thinking about the Snowy Escape picture tiles. They were kind of cute, but then I thought that was maybe a little bit more old school Barbie, and maybe we'd just go a little bit more modern. I also love the bar stools that came with high school years. I thought that worked really nicely. And that little radio that's got the cat ears on it is so cute. Like, part of me, I think because we've built several dream houses, and the fact that we're building this dream house and there's just so many items to pick from, I'm kind of in awe that this is all Maxis. Like, I just think being able to build with so much compared to when we were building a dream house with a more restricted collection of items, there's just so much more, and I didn't really realize until I did this build. So I'm really enjoying it. I love those pictures from City Living. I'm pretty sure we featured them in a few of the dream houses. And I think one thing I definitely have mentioned in a few videos recently that I really, really, really would like is some more base game wall swatches, because I can see myself using the same pastel colors I used in previous builds, and I was thinking, it would be so great if they just gave us some more modern colors and contemporary colors. That would be awesome. So yeah, I might keep pushing that feedback to The Sims because I think that would be awesome if they upgraded it. Also, the flooring in the kitchen, I was so close to changing that to like a marble or even more of a bright tile, but in the end I just stayed with the wood. I feel like you could definitely change that just to the plain white marble if you wanted to, or something else if you wanted to put your own mark or your own spin on this. And also, this will be available to download from the gallery. My username is Deligracy. I also, when I upload things, I use the hashtag Deligracy as well, just in case you struggle to find my username or the gallery. We know the gallery can be a bit temperamental sometimes. It can be difficult to find things. The other thing is, I don't know how James does it, but James always links his houses in the description of the video, and I can never find my houses on the gallery website. Like, I have tried multiple times to just link my houses directly in the description so you guys can just click the link, and I can't find them. Like, at this point, I'm thinking James's ID is easier to find than mine. I don't know. This is our little recording studio. I had quite a bit of fun with the high school wallpaper in here, like the honeycomb pattern I thought was pretty cute. And I'm loving these new blinds. Whoa, where were those blinds from? I'm having a blank. Were they from, ooh, no, they're not from Wedding Stories. I'm actually gonna check real quick because I got my game open as well. What pack are they from? The sheer curtains are so great. They are from, the desert pack or the desert kit. Yeah, they're such a handy item. So the nice thing about those is they also have, like, how do I explain it? They have the rod with the curtain coming down, and then they just have the rod without the curtain, so you can make it look like they're open. The only thing is, the rod wouldn't place properly with the windows, and I know you can always delete the window, put the curtains up first, and then put the window back, but it still was janky. It still wouldn't line up. So in the end, I just put like either curtains across the whole window, or I just left a gap between the two, because it just wasn't working. So just so you guys know, usually when I say, oh, it wasn't working, you guys will say, you should delete the window and do the curtains first. But sometimes even that doesn't work. So that's why there's gaps. I I think it's just with maybe the city living windows. It's just, I don't know. And then upstairs here is our craft room. I did notice the Barbie Dream House does have a really cute craft room, or at least it looks like a craft room to me. So we have like the music studio because obviously they're into their arts. And then up here, we can have the craft area. So we've got the nifty knitting stuff. We've got the, not the crochet, embroidery. I can never remember what it's called. That stuff from the farm pack. Cottage living. And then there's also like another casual lounge room, loving the art deco, fluoro light mirror from high school years, so cool. And a little mid-century coffee table there. There's a lot of high school years actually. I think the chairs are from Nifty Knitting as well. So that craft room is really fun, and that was a really great way to utilize that space. And then after this, I'll show you guys the bedrooms. The bedrooms I tried to make pretty similar. Originally, I was gonna do one bedroom with like a massive walk-in wardrobe, which would have been really cool. But then I thought, no, we want rooms for both Barbies. And if you wanna play with just one Barbie, you can pick which one, and then you can just delete one of the bedrooms and make a wardrobe if you want to with the packs that you have. So that, yeah, you can do that if you want to by all means, but it just felt like it was more fair to have a room for both Barbies in this build. And yeah, I think it's all coming together really nicely. The bedrooms are going to be pretty much exactly the same in terms of items and size. I didn't want to favor one Barbie over the other because originally like one room was bigger than the other one. I was like, oh my God. And I'm pretty sure in the end, I counted all the tiles and made them exactly the same because I didn't want to favor one Barbie over the other. Hopefully I did that right. Otherwise you guys will be like, you lied, Deli. They're different sizes. I'm pretty sure they're the same. Oh my gosh, it took me so long to choose a color palette for this room. The bedding took me so long. I did cut a little bit out of this video just because I spent like 2 days on this. So there were hours and hours and hours of footage. So where I was changing my mind and all of that. So I left in some of the points of changing my mind and going back. It was a lot. I know some of you guys love long videos and then some of you guys don't. So I'm like, you know, if we're gonna do a 30 or 40 minute video, 35 minutes, then that's kind of meeting in the middle, right? So I really like how this house turned out. I always really, really love building Barbie dream houses in The Sims. I think it's just such a fun thing to do. And it's always fun when you, even though it's like the same idea, it's always fun when it's a slightly different style. Like when we did the penthouse, when we did the family house, when we did the original house, and now we're doing the mid-century house. It's always fun to revisit and retry it, you know? Both rooms have access to a balcony. One balcony is smaller than the other, but the other one is shared with the rest of the household. So, you know, I feel like that was kind of fair as well. And I'm really surprised I chose to use these doors from Get Famous, just because they're so mid-century, but I feel like it works with the rest of the house. Then I had to change these pictures in the recording studio because I decided I wanted to use them in the bedroom, and you know, we can't have repeat paintings, people. That just seems so strange to have a painting in one room that's the same as the other room, like exactly the same. Do you guys do that in your houses? I wonder. In a hotel, it makes sense because people aren't seeing the rest of the house. But I don't know, I feel like it's a no-no. But you know what, you can do whatever you want. If you don't mind, then whatever. Probably people don't even notice. I guess that's just me. Although in saying that, I'm sure there's been houses I've built where I put the same painting again and again, and you guys have been like, painting repeat, Deli. So yeah, this room's in the end going to have the high school honeycomb wallpaper, which we used in the studio. Repeat wallpaper? Wait, you're allowed to repeat wallpapers for consistency. But yeah, I'm not so sure if I made the right decision when it comes to that. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of like, should I have not done the honeycomb wallpapers? I don't know, it was a tough call. So yeah, delete it if you don't like it. That's what I'll say. And then on the balcony, I'm pretty sure I just put like a chair and some flowers. Oh no, we put a painting easel out there. You could put yoga mats if you have spa day. That could work out there as well. And I also really liked using the stylist chair from Get Famous. The only thing is the stylist chair like takes up 4 tiles. It's quite big, I guess, to cater for the sim animation and so they can get in on both sides. I have put it in the corner with move objects on. If you are going to use those stylist chairs, you may need to move them into the middle of the room or like away from the wall a little bit, but I think there is enough room in the bedrooms. And the wardrobes, I was gonna do a built-in wardrobe from Get Together, but I'm honestly getting bored of the same designs because we only have the 2 walk-in wardrobes. No, sorry, we have 3 walk-in wardrobes. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna use this really pretty wardrobe from High School Years just because it's way cooler. So there's also room to build a wall and put in the wardrobe there as well if you want to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sure about this honeycomb pattern if I made the right idea. So I put it in one bedroom and not the other. I don't know. You guys let me know. And I've also used that fern plant so many times in this. I don't know. I never used that plant really. And then this time I was like, you know what? We're going to go all out and use it like 50 times in this build. Repeat plant. So here's the other bedroom. Kind of similar, kind of different, similar shape. You can see the bathrooms as well, looking good. You might get a hint of that. And very soon we're actually gonna do a walkthrough of the build so you guys can see it in its finished glory. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I really wanna hear what you guys think. I really hope that you guys like this. Fingers crossed that you do. And also, side note, love the clutter from High School Years. That was such a great little clutter item. We got a few of those too. And I love that painting behind the bed. Was that with Seasons? I'm trying to remember, it might have been. Just changing up a few of the swatches here again. This is like the final refinements, if I'm happy with the color palette or not. Switching it up a little bit. And honestly, those couches could be any of the swatches and still look good, I feel. Or at least the pink, the purple, the green, the blue, the yellow would all work. Even the orange. And then I was also playing around with changing up that little wardrobe as well to make it look a little bit more matchy as well. But let's jump into the final house. Here's the finished house from the back, and of course it's snowing. Why is it snowing? It's like springtime. But anyway, that's the back of the house with the pool, and there's like an outdoor area. And then if we go around here, this one's a little bit more shadowed, but this is the front of the house. The driveway, you can see the change in the flooring here. We could have used terrain paint everywhere, but I actually don't mind the little hint of change over there. Anyway, let's go into the house. Oh, also we have a fountain here. Oh, what is that? It's like a side table that's fallen down. Okay. So here we are inside the house. It's very bright and colorful. And then we've got our fireplace going, and both Barbies are down here hanging out. Oh, I love seeing the Sims in the houses. That gets me so excited that they're like here using the house. So I'll also try and remember to link the creation of those Barbie video in the description down below. And then we've got a nice piano area because they are musical, and it's so nice to see outside, like to the yard. It's all pretty and green and snowing. And here's the main bathroom. So yeah, we did go with the blue, thank goodness. And it's got a bit of a beachy theme as well. So this is a view looking down to the kitchen from the stairway up here. It is a double ceiling. And I don't know, I just think that looks so cool how you can look down into the kitchen and dining area. But yeah, this is the kitchen and dining. My game is surprisingly lagging a lot. And also we could put the cupboards a little bit higher up to fill that gap. But I also thought, oh, maybe then it would just look like they're too high to be able to reach. So Barbie's cooking in her gorgeous big kitchen. What are you making, mac and cheese? Please don't set our new house on fire. Then here's the dining area. Barbie is obviously not wanting to eat there. Okay, I'll try not to be offended. And over here in this space, I ended up putting like a little breakfast bar table and then also a spot for the pets. I just put in the pet food bowls. I didn't put in any bedding, but it's all ready if you do want to add pets. Then we have these gorgeous bifold doors, which I absolutely love, that goes out to our pool area. I don't know if I want to be swimming in the snow, but it's a nice setup with all the blow up stuff. Got a nice little bar over here too that you can reach from these stairs. And then a nice sitting area with more blue ghost chairs. There's also a bit of grass area too, so there's some nice campfire chairs and then some monkey bars if you have kids around. And I just really liked this little area with the spot you can lie down on and sunbake. Let's go to the recording room. So this is kind of cool because it looks like you have someone sitting here like in a real recording studio and then someone behind the glass actually playing the music. But in The Sims, you know, this is just like a video station where you can make Sims Tube videos. And then in here, you've got your keyboard, your Freezer Bunny guitar, and a music mixing station and just like a hangout chair too. I love how Barbie's like coming into every room we go into, like she knows. Back to the lounge room, the staircase is just to the left. Whoa, lag. This is the top of the staircase, a bit of yellow and purple, which I love. We'll go into the first Barbie room. Oh, actually out here, there's a hot tub. Hot tub at sunset, beautiful. There's also another door that goes straight into this Barbie room. So this is like the blue and the pink room. Very sweet. We've also got a platform over here from Get Famous, which is like a stylist platform. So that's lovely. And the blue glowing mirror as well, and the stylist chair. Oh my gosh, I forgot to add a door to the bathroom. I'll make sure to add that before uploading. So this is the bathroom. There's meant to be a door right here. So we will add that. It's embarrassing. I always forget something. At least we have a fridge. Across here is the craft room. This is actually probably one of my favorite rooms. I don't know, it just looks so nice. And I love how this is placed on an angle, which I don't always do. I don't know, it just looks very inviting and like the space would flow well. I love this desk. It just looks so realistic with all the makeup and the tubs. So that's really cute. And then in here's the other Barbie room. So yeah, let me know what you think of this wallpaper. If you'd keep it or remove it, I'm still not sure. And then over here is the bookshelf. They got a bookshelf in the stylist area. And then in here, they actually have a door to their bathroom. So maybe this is the better room. Then their bathroom is in here with the glowy mirror. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Let me know what you think. I'll upload this to the gallery and let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see any more Barbie-oriented videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Dak dak!